Good morning, everybody. We got ML, we got Ash, we got Zach. You guys have been asking me to get a Starlet on the channel for God knows over a year, and we finally have one. Ash has very kindly come down from Bristol, about 2.5 hours away, to show me his beautiful EP82 GT. These cars are only a little 1.3, but before you think, they're not very fast. This is running just under 300 horsepower. So this engine, Ash, it's still the 40 FTE, so it's still a 1.3. But it's fully forged?
Yeah, by TM Development. Then it's also got the Quaif LSD box on it.
Oh, nice.
Then it's got the TD04 hybrid, which Tuner Development made.
Oh, sick. And it's all an external wastegate.
Yes.
How much boost are you running?
1.4.
1.4 bar. And how much horsepower does that net you?
That's 275.
275, so it's another 300 horsepower. And what do these little things weigh?
This one was just over 800 kilograms.
800 kilograms?
With the cage and that in it.
So it's got to be about sort of 300 brake per tonne?
Something like that.
Yeah, around that sort of figure, yeah. Stock intake manifolds?
Yeah, stock with also RX-7 injectors, which Tuner Development make.
And what ECU is this running on?
E-Manage Blue.
Who mapped it?
Tuner Development.
Okay, cool. You got a smaller aluminium radiator?
Yeah, that's a triple core off the Honda Civic.
Honda Civic, okay.
Yeah.
And you did actually say that some people have started putting B18s in these, which is
There's a few
mad.
B18s that have been chucked in, which a lot of the foreign people do not like.
We look down here, he's got quite a large RMD front-mounted intercooler. What's this here? Oil cooler?
That's oil cooler, yeah.
Cool, man. What's that? Little oil catch can?
Yeah, it's just a catch can.
Yeah, nice, man. It's pretty neat and tidy, to be fair. And what are these engine mounts?
They're Powerflex.
Oh, they're Powerflex ones. So you've got MagnaCore 8mm HT leads. What about the spark plugs?
They are Heat 7s.
Which is like a slightly colder heat range.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying a lot of people sometimes do use a 1.5 bottom end? From
yeah,
Seat
from
or Sierra?
Yeah, the Sierras have the better cams in them, or you got the Paceos, which basically you just forge and then get a bit better spooler rate.
And off you go, yeah.
And
you've actually got a 1.5 bottom end waiting to go in this?
Yeah, which will be late this year probably.
Yeah, cool, man. How do you find the 1.3 with like the turbo lag?
It's not too bad.
When does boost come on?
I think it's just before 4,000 revs.
4,000, yeah, it's not too bad. So that's the engine spec, Ash. What about the body kit?
So it's a Life Sport Type B lip.
Yeah.
I picked up the canards from Japan. They're originally from an S14.
Ah, cool. And you just come back from Japan yourself?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. They're really nice, actually. They sort of suit the front of the car, don't they?
Yeah.
What about the side skirts?
Side skirts are Life Sport as well.
Life Sport.
Then
cool.
obviously the spoilers are Life Sport as well.
And you've still got the original sort of bonnet scoop.
Yeah, it's blocked off on this inside just to stop the dirt going in.
Ah, yeah, I see. Because originally these would have had a top-mounted intercooler on the top here, and obviously now you've got a front mount. You don't really need the bonnet scoop, do you?
No.
What about the wheels? They look really nice, actually. What size are they?
They're 15x7.
15s, God, we're so used to skids and 18s now. They seem tiny. What wheels are they?
Wetsport TC 05s.
Tyres?
They're R888Rs.
Oh, nice. You got proxies.
Yeah.
Good man. And what brakes have we got down here?
They're Willwood 4 pots, the 3G kit.
And you've also got a 2-piece disc as well.
Yeah.
Stock rear brakes?
Stock rears, because you can't really upgrade the rear.
No.
No. A lot of people just stay to the standard, otherwise when you're out on track also they lock up.
Yeah.
And obviously
so people just tend to really leave the rear ones. What have you done to the chassis, Ash?
So basically it's got the panhard on the back, the adjustable one.
Yeah.
It's got a full Powerflex bushes all the way around.
Good man.
Then obviously it's got the cage and that on the inside.
Quick look in the interior. You've got a full bolt-in roll cage. Oh, this is quite cool. It's like an Ultra Racing C pillar bar.
Yeah.
And you've also got a rear strut brace down here.
Yeah, that's Cusco, then a Cusco cage as well.
Ah,
which
cool.
has been painted.
So we've got Sparco seats on the interior, TRS harnesses. Obviously you've got a Quaif LSD. Is the rest of the gearbox stock?
Yeah, all the shifter and that's just stock.
How are you finding the gearboxes? Because you were meant to come down 2 weeks ago, weren't you? But something happened.
Yeah, I blew one up, so that'd be my third gearbox now.
Oh my, you've had 3 gearboxes in this. Shit, man. Is there no sort of uprated boxes for these?
Quaif have actually just sprung one out,
Oh, really?
which tuning development are installing, but obviously they're £7,000
Which
or
is
so.
a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah.
What else we got going on here? You got plasma dials.
Yeah.
What's this little thing here?
That's a boost controller.
That's boost controller.
Yeah.
And then OMP steering wheel. If we look down here, we can see Ash's E-Manage Blue. We've got an HKS boost gauge.
Yeah.
What are these two? Water
Water
temp,
and oil.
oil temp. And these aren't the original stock gauge cluster, are they?
No, they're the indigo dials that glow up blue.
Yeah, the ones
green.
that light up. Cool, man. And you've also got a Cruise shift knob.
Yeah.
Very cool, man, because Cruise is a very sort of old school company. They used to do a lot of Starlet modifications back in the day in Japan. You were actually planning on painting this interior, but the gearbox blew before you managed to do it.
It was booked in for painting just before, but obviously gearbox blew up, so it had to be done before. And yeah,
Funds went on more important things.
yeah, getting it running.
What colour are you going to paint it inside? Like just black?
Just black again.
Yeah,
and then
that's
stick
sweet,
with
man.
the red cage.
Going to start it up so you guys can hear what she sounds like. Fruity. What about the clutch and the flywheel?
So it's a 6-putt clutch with the standard flywheel, which has been lightened and skimmed.
and balanced.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Now, after the EP82, they made the EP91, which is the Glanza V.
Yeah.
And they also did a Glanza S, didn't they? Which was like an NA version.
Yeah, and basically I had no scoop on the top.
Hey, let me know in the comment section, which do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the EP82 GT or the EP91 Glanza V? Hello. What are you saying, Mr. Ash? Right, this is going to be pretty cool for me because I used to have a Starlet GT, but it wasn't as fast as your one. What's it like sitting in the passenger seat of your own car?
Not nice. I'm a shit passenger.
Nah, you'll be alright, man. How do you find the traction when it's not completely dry?
Shit.
Really bad?
Yeah.
Obviously you've got a Quaife LSD which helps massively.
In the wet it struggles with the traction, but in the dry it's like night and day.
Yeah, completely different animal.
Yeah.
And the tyres are really good as well. Do you find they take a little bit of time to get some temperature into them, the 888s?
Yeah. If you're out on track it normally takes a lap.
Yeah, 1 or 2
But,
laps to get up to 10.
But on the road they don't really get the heat into them.
Do
that
you find
need.
like start of the day they're a little bit slippery when you first sort of set off?
Yeah.
The chassis feels actually very good. The suspension is quite tough. I mean, you haven't made this for predominantly for road use, but it's drivable, it's bearable. We're going down a pretty bumpy road now and it doesn't sort of shake your teeth out.
No.
It makes a crazy blow-off sound, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a dump valve.
That's just
like,
compressor surge, isn't it?
Yeah, the amount of people, if I post up on Instagram or if I upload my track videos onto YouTube,
They think it's a blow-off.
they're like, what blow off is that? And I'm like, it's not a blow off.
It's nippy though, isn't it?
Yeah,
There is
good.
quite a lot of torque steer, but it's the kind of thing you've got to get used to it a little bit.
It's it's more to do with obviously because of it's dead neutral.
Yeah,
with
dead central. Yeah.
Like just under 2 degree camber. It's really ghosty on the roads.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a bit of a weird car to get used to.
Once you actually get used to it, it's actually very drivable. You just got to try and combat that torque steer a little bit.
Yeah.
But once you kind of overcome that, it's very stable on the roads.
Yeah, it's just learning the car's
Yeah.
drivability in it.
That's the only thing with having it all stripped out like this. You do hear everything, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't really care because this isn't your daily car, is it?
Not daily.
I mean, if you sort of have you built this predominantly for sort of track use?
It just gets abused on track and then gets put away, then goes back out and basically just gets used for the summer.
In stock form, what are these cars going for price-wise now on the net? They're a bit all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, they go for about 2 or 3.
2-3 grand. And then one in this sort of condition with this sort of these modifications, what do you think it's really worth?
Ideal world, you'd want around 10, but everyone's thinking, well, I can buy a Chaser for that price.
Yeah. How much have you actually put into this car from sort of since day one?
Well, we added the receipts at the end of last year, and it was £25,000.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think of it like that as a big figure, but over time, it's easily achievable to spend that sort of money, isn't it? So out the factory, these came with
135 brake.
135 brake,
Yeah.
and you're now 275, so you're more than double the original horsepower.
Yeah.
Amazing how well these cars last, isn't it? What was the successor to the Starlet? It was the Yaris, wasn't it? And they did a Vix in Japan, which was a supercharged one, but it never made it over here, did it?
Yeah.
God, the lag is minimal, man. It's fucking sick. It does pick up quite quickly, doesn't it? Always love these little cars. Always been a massive fan of Toyotas, really.
Yeah, you can't really fault them, really, can you? Like,
we'll just do a little test to the audience. So now this is 2,000 RPM to give you an idea on the spool up. God, I've never heard compressor surge sound like that.
so high pitched, isn't it?
That's what's really cool about these cars. They're a bit of an unknown. So when you're driving around, unless you really know your old school Japanese cars, a lot of people won't really know what this is, and they don't realise how quick they are either.
Yeah.
And the next best thing is when you get to the traffic lights after beating them, you tell them it's a 1.3.
Yeah.
Watch their face drop. I mean, it's incredible. You can make a 1.3 so quick.
The amount of people I've had, literally, if I'm going down the motorway or anything, I have a little challenge with someone, going to a service and they'll actually follow you in.
Yeah,
and they will question it.
Yeah. And what about sort of future plans? Are you happy with the power levels now, Ash, or do you think you're going to change the turbo setup, run more boost? What's your sort of plans?
It's going to be same turbo setup and that, but it's going to be the 5e. Then basically it's more getting the bodywork painted up.
And then just clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
And obviously running a 5e, a 1.5 bottom end, like no replacement for displacement, more exhaust gases, more capacity.
Yeah.
Means you can quite simply push more power and probably more efficiently as well.
Yeah, it's just all about getting it reliable as well. Because there's no point going to a track day and doing half a day.
No, very true. What's your missus like? Is she into cars?
She's got the Glanza version.
That's quite a cool couple. You both got Starlets. What's hers like? Is it stock?
No, hers is 275 brake as well.
Fucking hell, she's got it really heavily modified.
Yeah.
Same sort of specs as this?
Yeah, basically hers is a TDO4, but not the hybrid version. Engine was built by Tuning Developments.
Same people, cool.
Yeah.
What colour's hers?
Black.
Black, cool.
Yeah.
How long have you had this car for, Ash?
About 5 years.
You've had it quite a long time.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. And how old are you now?
22.
How much is the insurance? 'Cause I know a lot of guys watching this are a little bit younger and want to know how much these cost to insure.
They're not too bad really. It's when you're 21 you can go on the modified car insurance with green light.
Yeah.
And they do part for part and they don't charge you for the extras on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So they do it on the brake your car is.
How much do you pay now, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
think it's just under 500.
That's £500 a month?
Yeah.
I mean, a year. Fuck me, that's actually really, really cheap for this.
Yeah.
When you bought this car, was it completely stock?
Yeah, it was fully stocked with just an exhaust, big can on the back.
Massive jack can. And is it sort of taken you 4 or 5 years to sort of get the car to this stage?
It went off the road for about a year. The first time I had it all built up and that lasted 9 hours before it blew up. So then obviously
was that on a completely stock engine?
That was a stock 4A FTE.
You can run. I mean, when I had mine, you could sort of run about sort of 200 brake on a stock engine. It was a little bit on the edge, but they weren't too bad.
Yeah, you get a lot of people running around 220, 240, but it's not really worth it.
It's a bit of a time game, I think, or it's a bit of a ticking time bomb, isn't it, really? That just about brings this car review to a close. Massive thanks to Ash for bringing it down. Really, really appreciate it. That was the first Starlet on the channel. We've got another one coming up next week. Hopefully we can persuade Ash's missus to bring hers down if she's feeling nice.
She probably will.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my Patreon out down here. Give the video a like, put any comments down below, do my best to get back to you, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Cheers.